Hello guys and welcome again, Zar here, and today we're gonna talk League of Legends. I never talked about League on this channel, but I thought we're on the best time, maybe the worst time, to talk about it. And I wanted to more specifically talk about the monetization. We have had some big changes. If you are a League player, you probably already know that Hextech chests are gone. And that has some pretty big implications.
We want to ensure League remains a great, fully free-to-play game. We believe a change like this, while unpopular, is the right call and allows us to deliver not just on our plans today, but also our plans for League in the future.
So we took a step back to evaluate League's reward systems and realized we needed to make changes to be sustainable for the long run. We didn't want to go all the way back to the early days of League with no skins earned with playtime at all, but we also realized we couldn't continue giving away as many as we were.
So just for context, I have been playing League for about 12 years now, and I've saw every single phase and everything they tried in terms of monetization for this game, which honestly didn't change much. Just recently, they added a couple of new things, which I honestly dislike a lot, but I also haven't played that much League in the last two and a half years. But I think I can, in pretty good knowledge, say that League might be heading for its own downfall. And what I mean by downfall is not that the game is dying, because League still has a pretty healthy player base, which honestly is pretty impressive for a game that is this old and didn't suffer that many changes. So like I said, Hextech chests are gone, and the community has been going haywire about it. There are memes about Hextech chests, about Hextech chests being gone, because Hextech's holy shit, this is hard to say, because Hextech chests used to be your more free-to-play way of getting premium stuff. That means skins, emotes, ward skins, and well, pretty much that's it. But now that they're gone, there isn't really an alternative besides the battle pass, which, let's be honest, it's not that great of a battle pass. If we compare it to other games battle pass like Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, even Overwatch, there are a lot more worth to get out of those. And not only that, a lot of those battle passes give you the option, if you play the entire battle pass and you get all the rewards, you're gonna pretty much get the next battle pass for free. And both premium and free battle pass don't really offer that much value, at least in my opinion. So at the end of the day, what is going on is that for the low spenders, the people that don't really want to spend a lot of money in League, they don't really have many more options. Because pretty much every single skin that is released right now is at the epic tier. That means they cost 350 RP, which is equivalent to 11 bucks. So having to buy just one skin for 11 bucks is, hey, if you like the character, sure, go for it. If you enjoy the skin, that's fine. Go on. But if you want to spend those 5 bucks, you don't really get much value out of it. You're always gonna be wanting to buy the 10 bucks package or more. And previously, League used to have a bunch of cheaper skins too. We had the 390 skins, the 520 skins, the 750, the 975, and now we pretty much don't get any of those. And even though they were a little bit cheaper on the price side and maybe they didn't look as good, the gimmick that went behind the skins could still make it worth your money or make it even more appealing to you than some of the more expensive skins too. I'm just gonna list a couple that I used to find pretty cool. Imumu was an awesome skin, the Jin Malzahar, Draven, Lil Slugger Trundle, Prehistoric Cho'Gath, Renekton, Mukau Alistar, Uncle Rice. All of those skins, they had some type of gimmick that made them look pretty awesome, even though they cost way less. And I'm not gonna say that 1350 skins look nice. They do look nice, but I think sometimes they aim too much on just being a pretty skin, even though they are from a lineup of skins like a team like Pool Party, Project, Porcelain, Primal, or Program, or I don't know, there are just so many teams of skins right now that try to justify these skins costing $13.50. I still think Riot could go back and do some of the cheaper skins too, just so the lower spenders could have an option on how to spend their money. And besides not having any cheaper skins, Riot also added a gacha system. probably because of the whole popularity from Genshin Impact and Honkai and Wuthering Waves. Because let's be honest, those games are making a lot of money and they're milking people out of their money, me included, by the way. But the gacha system for League is not only super expensive and aimed at that top 1% spenders, but the rewards are also kind of bad. It works similar to what Genshin would work. You were gonna have an 80 PD, you have a PD system. If you don't get anything on your first 79 wishes, a 80th roll, you were guaranteed to get that 5-star or that super reward from the banner that you are wishing for. As we can see, most of the rewards inside of these banners are mostly icons or skins that you could already buy for, well, $10, because those are all from the epic tier of skins. But still, you're aiming for a skin that's gonna cost you around, if you go for the all 80 pulls on the exalted skins, which is a brand new tier that they invented just so they can sell you this overpriced skins, you're gonna have to spend about $400, which is so much money. You spend your money how you want, but at least if you want to spend it on Genshin, you're spending on a character that you're gonna play. While in League, you're just buying a new clothes for a character that you already have. And I'm gonna be honest that I think that's insanely expensive just for a skin in a game. Well, of course, we have CSGO and other games to account too, but still, it's a lot of money just for cosmetic. And that's what I mean with these new monetization practices being aimed at that top 1% spenders, and we're not really getting that many new forms of spending for the low spenders. Just today, they released a brand new banner for the Quantum Galaxy Slayer Z, which there already is a Galaxy Slayer Z skin, which is a legendary skin, and it costs 1820 RP, which is about $20. But now there's this mythic version of the same skin that looks a little bit different. And well, you only need 40 rows to get the skin, but still that's about $200, which is a lot of money. So they're taking more and more from the free-to-play options that you can spend or that you can get loot from. And I also understand why they are doing this. We have to remember, League is a pretty old game, okay? It's not super old, but it is an old game for a live service game. It's already impressive that the game is still alive. But the big problem League is facing, and why I think League might die in the next coming years, is that most of the player base is not comprised of new players. There was even an article that came out that after Arcane Season 2 came out, a lot of people tried to engage with League of Legends, and most of them quit right from the start because League has a huge barrier of entry for new players. Most people like to say that it's because of the toxic community. You're gonna get into a game and people are just gonna flame you because you can't play the game or you don't understand how the game play. But at the same time, you have over 150 champions that you have to learn, and most of these players that have been playing the game for 12, 13 years, they have gone through all these champions. They know how they work. They know what the items do. They know what their skills do, and they know how to play the game in itself. So for a new player, it's very overwhelming to get into a game where you're gonna have 10 different champions besides your own champion that you also have to learn how to play, but you also have 9 other champions that you have no idea what they do. And then you have another player that's coming at you and still flaming you all the way. And then the guy gets mad and ends your game. He just keeps killing himself, throws the game, and just makes your experience so bad from the start because the guy decided to make a Smurf because he can't climb on his own rank anymore. And looking from both perspectives, an old player that has already played the game for so long, he might already have a lot of the things he already wants. He already has a lot of the skins he wanted before. He already got a lot of the things he already aimed to get on the game. Even I, as you can see, I have a ton of skin shards that are just sitting on my inventory, and I don't want to upgrade them because, well, I don't know. I just don't want to. And I don't want to re-roll them into a random skin because they're all from the epic tier, you know? And there are also no new forms for me to have any incentive of spending in the game. Not only is the game the same it has been for the 12 years? I know a lot of people are going to argue that the game has been updated. There are a lot of new nuances to how the game plays. But at the end of the day, League is the same chess it has been for the 12 years. And that for a live service game is crazy. Most live service games that we have out there, they're constantly adding something new to keep the players engaged. Overwatch had new maps, new champions, and okay, League also has new champions, but new maps change the game every time. You're gonna have to learn a new map, how to play around it, new game modes as well, and fun other game modes too. While League is very limited on how the game plays in itself. We have League, we have maybe ARAM, we have Earth, we have a couple of temporary game modes that come up like Arena, Swarm, and honestly, those are pretty cool. And when they come out, that's what keeps me playing. I loved playing Arena, I loved playing Swarm, but again, there's no incentive to play even in those game modes too. And besides the gacha, which is really expensive, there are no other ways of spending any money and supporting the game. And me, as an old-time player, I'm definitely not going for the gacha. Even if a super cool skin for one of my main champions come out, I don't think I'm gonna go for it just because it's so much money. While on the beginner side, besides the toxic community and having a shit ton of things to learn, from items to macro play, how the game plays and champions and everything, when it comes to spending, your only options of spending are also only champions. It's champions and skins, and you have over 1,000 skins that you can choose from, so it's super extra overwhelming. And maybe you liked one champion and you might buy a skin for that one champion that you liked, but you still have 170 other champions to try out. And maybe you find another champion that you like and you see, oh fuck, I spent my money on that and now I regret it. So with Hextech chess being gone, all your ways of getting skin shards, emote shards, and ward shards, they're pretty much gone besides the battle pass. And the battle pass itself is also pretty underwhelming. You're gonna be paying for this, you're gonna get about 3 pulls for those gacha machines. You're gonna get 5 skins, with the last one being, hey, maybe a little bit more exciting just because it is a prestige version of the skin, which, let's be honest, a lot of the prestige skins have been also pretty on the down low. I'm not gonna criticize all of, because there are also a couple of prestige skins that did look pretty cool too. But again, you're spending money to get a couple of skins. You're gonna get 3 pulls on that gacha machine. You're gonna get like 3 orbs as well that are gonna give you skin shards. And that's the only way you really have of getting anything out of the game. So if you're not spending, you're not getting pretty much nothing. Before, with the Hextech chest, you at least had the hope of getting something cool out of a chest. You know, you could get an ultimate skin, you could get a mythic skin, you could get a legendary skin, but now you can't get anything. You're limited to what's inside of the battle pass that you are gonna have to pay to get, and besides that, you're not getting pretty much nothing else. So what can League do to try and fix this situation? Again, this is only my opinion. I'm not a multi-billion-dollar company with a Tencent on my back and a whole team of people trying to figure out what they can do in terms of monetization to try to keep people engaged. And again, I'm only talking about monetization. That's about spending. It's not about the game itself. I also have other opinions on what the game could do to try and keep players engaged. But hey, that's for a whole other discussion. If you want to hear about that, please leave a like, leave a comment, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. I did write a couple of solutions that I think could maybe help out, okay? So I'm taking a little bit from other games, and League should do that too, okay? This is not all original things. So finishers, it's something they already brought into the game when they released the Exalted or Mythic skin for Jinx, which, let's be honest, was the first gacha skin, and it didn't look that well. The Wild Rift version was much cooler, but hey, they did give us a finisher as well for the Nexus, and I'm not gonna say it looked bad. It was pretty cool. Like, you had the rocket from Jinx just landing on the Nexus and exploding it, and hey, it's pretty nice. And they should try and capitalize more on that, because people would really like to have those, even if it's just a 5-second thing. I'm 100% sure that would be people willing to spend money just to have a different finisher. And something they definitely need to do is right now, the finisher is picked from a pool of people. So imagine you won the game and everyone on your team has a different finisher. Just one finisher is gonna be picked from all the 5 people on your team, and it's gonna be displayed to everyone. And honestly, I think that's pretty freaking stupid. I bought a finisher, I equipped the finisher, and I'm not seeing what I have. I'm just seeing what someone else's have, and I have a 20% chance of getting what I want if everyone has a finisher as well. And that's pretty stupid. So having your own finisher be displayed for you should definitely be a given, and I hope they change that in the future. Please don't make the finishers locked behind the gacha. Let us buy the finishers, make lower effort finishers, super cool finishers, but let us buy finishers if we want to. Don't leave them locked behind the gacha, please. Also, execution animations. They already brought this up with the Ari Faker skin, where they had a little thing come up on the champion when you killed someone. And that's something really cool. And they should definitely try to monetize that better, because having that on a $500 skin it's very elitist. Shit, my English is bad. So trying to diversify and give us more execution animations would be pretty cool. Just a little banner that pops up on top of the person, or a portal that just beams the person into dust, or I don't know, just think of something. It's just adding new tools, adding new elements to the game that is already there, and just try to monetize on top of it, besides just giving us skins on top of skins on top of skins on top of skins and emotes and wards. Just give us something new, you know? There are a lot of people that have been playing this game for a long time. Actually, most of the people that play the game, and they want other ways of spending. Okay, not saying that you should spend your money on League, okay? But I know a lot of the people that play are addicted to it and are gonna spend money on it. They could also add like announcer voices. Dota does this, and holy shit, Dota has an awesome variety of announcer voices from many different characters from pop culture, and it's amazing. It brings such an awesome touch to the game, and we already had this for free in League. We had this with the Bilgewater event, we had this for project events, and it just changes the taste for you. And you can pick your own announcer. So having announcer voices is something that people would buy like crazy for this game. So it's something that they should definitely look into and just try to bring us this as well. Besides that, I also added 2 other little things that I don't know if it's really a good idea, but hey, they need something, right? So recall portals, maybe just make a different color portal, make a portal pop up that you just I don't know, get beamed to. I don't know, just think of something with recall. It's something that we use a lot, and you could also maybe try and monetize on top of that. Even though we already have recall animations, maybe there's something else that could be done there as well. I also wrote down pets. I'm not 100% sure if that would be a cool addition. We kind of get that in ARAM, where you have your TFT pet with you following through ARAM. And some people might call it disruptive, might cause a bit of confusion during the game. But honestly, I think it's just a matter of testing it out and see if it could work or not. And adding pets could also be an element that people might enjoy. And it's just a form of trying to personalize your own style for the game and just bringing something new too. Tell me what you think about this. Besides all of that, I am 100% sure they need to add something that we get for free in this game. Taking Hextech chests out of the game was a pretty bold move. I understand why they did it, but it's a pretty bold move too. And not giving us anything in return is really bad. So they either should try and give us something that we also get skin shards from too, even if it's a little bit harder. I don't support this, okay? I don't support this. I think Hextech chests were fine. But hey, if they take it out, what else can we do? Just give us something. Maybe weekly rewards. You play the game and you get something out of it. Because right now, you play a match and you get nothing out of your match. You're either just getting full stress because your game was full on toxicity, or you're getting a win and just going to the next game, and you're not really getting anything for your account. They should also try and maybe monetize towards other game modes. I already talked about Arena. I already talked about Swarm, Earth, and other game modes that they already had, like One for All and Our Earth. And maybe they could add some type of monetization around those game modes in a way, even when these game modes are done, they can still add to your account later in a form of a banner, in a form of a title, in a form of a skin, in any other type of way that's gonna leave some permanent progression in your account. And you're also getting something in that game mode that could be cool and make your experience a lot, maybe cooler or different, or I don't know, just think of something. Let me also add that just in the last couple of days, Riot has also taken out honor capsule rewards. So from your honor, you're not getting anything out of it anymore. There's basically no reward for being a good player. So just go on trolling. The worst that could happen is you get banned, but at the end of the day, you're not really getting anything out of this game anymore. Not only getting rid of Hextech chests, today, they also got rid of your eggs for TFT. You know, the eggs that you used to open to hatch the animals for TFT, your little pets? Well, those are completely gone. Now you're only gonna get treasure tokens, which you also spend on that gacha machine and try to get those super expensive rewards, or just spend more money and try to get them as well. So yeah, in my opinion, League is going on a very, very bad route, just trying to milk people out of their money, and mostly that 1% top spenders, and not really focusing on the major part of the League community, and not really trying to give us anything, and just trying to make us spend on the old things that we already have for the game, or just trying to make us spend on a super exclusive and luxurious goods for the game. So yeah, it's already pretty impressive that League is still going on strong and still making a lot of money from the same type of monetizations they've been having for, well, 13 years. So even though I don't play League as much, I still want to see the League universe thrive, because hey, Arcane was awesome, TFT is pretty cool, Wild Rift is pretty cool, Legends of Runeterra is awesome. I want to see the MMO thrive so much, and I want to see this IP thrive a lot. I really hope they can change some of the decisions that they are making and try to revamp the forms that they're trying to make us spend money in this game. And when it comes to the game, maybe we can talk this about in another video. Let me see what you guys think about this. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. Please comment down below. I really enjoy talking to you guys, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Kazar out.